Hey, what's going on everyone? JSTCG here, coming at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. And today we're going to be going over a great budget deck, one of my favorite decks to play, and that is Virtual World. Virtual World is an awesome deck that's all about synchro and exceed summoning, and depending on the build you might even do some fusion summoning. It does a little bit of everything, and I just really like the deck, and I think it's a great deck for people that want to play competitively and not have to put a lot of money into it. So if you're maybe a new player or getting back into the game, or you're just looking for a fun budget deck, this is definitely a good option. So we'll just jump right into the deck profile. I'm not gonna talk too much about things, but yeah, so let's go over the monsters. I think overall this is just like a very standard Virtual World list. So if you're looking for the basics, then you know, this deck profile should hopefully help you out. If you want something a little bit more in-depth, then maybe I'll do a follow-up video. But yeah, first off, I have 3 copies of Lulu. Then we have 3 copies of Lao Lao, 3 copies of Gigi, then 3 copies of Lily, and then lastly, just double Nyan Nyan. Overall, a very standard Virtual World monster lineup. I would not really change this at all. It's been working out great. Every once in a while there might be a new tech card I want to try out, like a new synchro monster or something, but overall, I mean, everyone's familiar with Virtual World. We've been playing this deck for a while now, and yeah, this is just kind of the lineup to play, but feel free to do your own testing and try out what works for you. Then we have the hand traps, which consists of triple Ash, triple Effect Veiler, and then I like playing the Gamma package quite a bit in this deck. It's more psychic monsters you can play, emergency teleport targets, and Gamma is just a great hand trap. Then for the spell cards, I'm playing 3 copies of Virtual World City, and then 3 copies of Virtual World Gate. Then we have 3 copies of Emergency Teleport. This card is amazing in this deck. I mean, you have so many level 3 or lower psychic monsters that you can just summon out for free. Then for some draw power, and because we play multiples of like everything, 2 Pot of Desires, being able to draw 2 is amazing. Any card that says draw 2 is usually pretty good, so yeah, I'm always going to play Pot of Desires in here. And then we have 1 Called by the Grave and 1 Monster Reborn. Called by the Grave is basically another hand trap for the deck, and Monster Reborn is just a really good extender. You can bring back one of your tuners and synchro with it if you need to, or maybe overlay it into something if you have another monster out. So yeah, I just think Monster Reborn's really good. And then for the traps, I'm playing the 1 Virtual Gate I'm not sure how to say the name. And then we have the 2 Chuche. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. I really don't have any complaints about it. The only thing that I change up every once in a while is the hand traps, depending on the format and stuff. But really, overall, all those hand traps currently just work really well in this deck, and it's been working out for me. Let's move on to the extra deck. Now, the extra deck is interesting because there's so many different cards you could play in here, and there's just not enough room for everything. So this is kind of what I experiment with the most, is just swapping out certain cards and trying new things out, because there's a lot of rank 3s that are really good. There's a lot of synchro monsters that you can make that are really good, but you know, we only got 15 slots, so it's kind of hard to, you know, dedicate a slot permanently depending on the format or whatever. If a new deck comes along and there's a good counter for it that we can make, then I'll swap it out. But overall, most of these are staples, but then it kind of changes. So we have Coral Dragon, and then the Stardust Charge Warrior. Then we have the Virtual World Beast Juju, 1 Crystal Wing, the Dragon Mech, and then we have Shen Shen, awesome boss monster. This is definitely one of my favorite artworks and favorite synchros. I just really like this card. And then I also play the Ultimaya Zulkin, and then the Geomath Mech Final Sigma. This card is nuts. I actually just recently added it in, and I should have been playing this a long time ago. This card is like a boss monster for the deck. And then the rest of our extra deck are all Exceed monsters. So I play 1 Break Sword, one Totem Bird. This is also just recently a new addition to the deck. But Totem Bird's good just to be able to stop a spell or trap card. And then I have the one Virtual World Fan, one Constellar Ptolemy M7, the number 39 Utopia Beyond, one Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, and then of course the one Zeus. So there you guys have it. That is my deck profile for Virtual World. Definitely one of my favorite go-to budget decks. If you already have your hand traps, you could probably pick up this core and extra deck monsters for like 50 or maybe 70 bucks. But I like the way this deck plays and I thought it was worth making a video on and talking about. So let me know what you guys think of Virtual World, or what are some of your other favorite budget decks. I would actually really like to build some cheaper decks and make profiles and show them to you guys. Also, stay tuned for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News, deck profiles, and opening videos. And if you enjoy those types of videos, consider hitting that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. But thank you so much for checking out this video today, and I hope you have a great one. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out and have a good one.